Okay, Sounds of Decay 2 is the new album from Among These Ashes, Embers of Elysium. The extreme music world can be a small place at times. When I first heard this band, I immediately found the baritone and vibrato-rich vocals very familiar. Upon a deeper dive, I was pleased to find it was the well-known to us Jean-Pierre Abboud on the mic for this Detroit-based feral blend of power metal and melodic thrash. Literally, at the same time I began to do research, I was sad to learn that his other project, Traveler, had reached the end of the line. Still, I was intrigued to learn more about this powerhouse band.
The five-piece returns with their second full length in fighting shape, packing a 1-2 punch. The first jab is delivered in tracks 1 through 8 that mostly fall in the 4 to 5 minute range. The second wallop are the last four songs that are a sci-fi horror concept titled Chronicles of the Obsidian Rain, mostly in the lengthier 6 to 8 minute range as the story spills out. As a foreshadowed by the album's cover depicting a crumbling Washington, D.C. on fire, and a very strange four horsemen of this apocalypse. Three hooded skeletons, one with a long forked tongue. Rounding out the group is a somewhat confused hooded child, so you can guess correctly that there will be no songs about walking on sunshine. The inherent sense of doom is created in the instrumental opener, Embers of Elysium, which begins with two acoustic guitars singing out in tandem, sounding like they are played in an empty, carpetless room. The blast beats of Kyle Wagner burst in to rip down the curtains too, as electric guitars take over the melody and soaring harmonies open up and blow the windows out. By the time we get to Serpents Among Rats, blast beats pummeling, falling like rapid strikes on a speed bag. Abboud rams in with long impassioned yowl full of vibrato. The riffs of Richard Clark and Dylan Hammond are quick and fiendish. Let's play a song. This is Stronger Than Death.
When the vocals come into view, booming and melodic, slightly rough with emotion, the chorus of occasionally layered voices increases the intensity of this dark landscape. For the verses, Abboud draws out each word carefully, enunciating with occasional yah, adding the veritable escalation point on top. Production-wise, there's a lot of hard panning, combination blows, frantic riffing, hitting in one ear, then blast beat assault, taking its turn abusing the other ear, trading off in quick succession. The drums of Wagner are unrelenting deluge, making my arms hurt just thinking about landing so many strikes. There's even a guitar solo by Clark, alternating short and long passages to fulfill your rock and roll dreams. The songwriting of Clark continues solid and complex, with pre-choruses, choruses, and bridges adding more hooks than a corset. The undertow is a prime example, Wagner first using a smack attack stickwork over which harmonies call out as high and cutting as a bagpipe swell. The drums settle into a stutter of machine gun fire, with short pausing in between blasts that calms for Abboud's verses. Vocals resound over a Dolores guitar. These two styles continue to alternate out for a perfect study in contrast. Layered vocals deepen the despair. You reach out and touch me, though I feel nothing. I bear the weight of endless deep, and yet I am falling. The bass of Kane Bucketon adds depth and bounce when he chimes in. The song is reprised in a bonus track, but this time the vocals are provided by the lush, silky smooth alto of guest vocalist Brooke Rousseau from The Lady, Luna, and the Devil.
Another check this out moment occurs in the hybrid Bloodline, which features a super funky snaky guitar lead over drum rolls. When the harmonies roll out, they are also all snake charmer winding. There are no shrinking violets on this album, but I guess my favorite is the epic closer, The Obsidian Rain, where they just pull out all the stops. It starts with an interesting effect. The blast beat starts off low, softly growing gradually louder as if they are approaching from far away, the cymbals becoming a steady ting-ting. One guitar line becomes two singing together before the drums accelerate into blast beat cruising level.
They once again employ blast beat urgency for the verses, smoothing out to a tap for the chorus. Abboud's vocals full equal measure of vibrato and sneer. Backing vocals bolster in at times, imparting a more call to arms feel. The architects of ruin, all life is bowed before them, the putrid rank of fodder, forever bound to suffer and serve. Bakatin provides an effervescent bass solo that soon is joined by wailing guitar over rat-a-tat, creating an astounding crescendo. An airy, ghostly tone under the vocals adds a revenant feel. Still another round of plaintive harmonies and the glamorous guitar solo to boot. Before high note from Abboud and those insistent double bass climaxes, the track out.
And extremely heavy and solid performances by all here. Modern production, songwriting that moves to tempo changes and crazy acceleration and patterns that really effectively build an atmosphere. Fans of Spellcaster and Nevermore will find great delight in the apocalyptic vision of Among These Ashes.
I'd love to see him like paired with like Death Angel or something like that. That'd be a great show. These guys could rip it up. Yeah. Anyway, what introduce this on?
This is Serpents Among Rats.
This is the Snaggletooth Extreme Metal Podcast.